Hi guys, welcome back to PHILA-U channel. I am Phila. I've been working in the cruise line for the past 3.5 years, and also my cousin, my YouTube partner, she is also working in airlines. We both are handling this channel just to make it clear and to for your information so that you don't confuse the next time when shit pop out in other video. And hey, please do not forget to subscribe. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and it is free. All right. Yes, please subscribe. Yeah, there we go. Yes, come on, good job. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. All right, as you already seen from the title right down there, we're gonna talk about these questions have been asking a lot of people. I am not like a very professional people who have like a lot of in a good backgrounds in such a way, but sometimes it's about like the experience that you have faced, and that's how you learn, right? So as per my experience, I want to talk and I want to share this with the people who are looking for a job, and this cruise experience especially, that's for you, and this video is for you, okay? And I hope this is going to be helpful to each and every one of you. And if you do have any friends or families who are looking for a cruise and who wants to apply and who is going to go for interview, please share them so that they can get some ideas from this, because in interview or in hospitality industry, these are the least basic questions that the interviewer gonna ask. It's not like a rocket science. It's about your communication, your confidence, and your knowledge. So I think I talked too much. Let's get started, shall we? There are few like basic steps that you need to know. You need to dress appropriately. That's everybody knows, right? And of course, it doesn't mean that you need to wear like a luxury brand or designer or stuff like. No, it doesn't have to be like that. But you just iron your shirt, you wear it nicely. Need to groom it for the ladies, and for the boys, like a proper haircut is very important. That will make you like a neat and more smart, I should say. Of course, ladies, I know everybody's love doing like makeup and stuff. Like, you don't have to be like extra makeover, just make it simple, whether be it in a Zoom like a video calling or walking interview. Well, I have my cousin, he has an interview online, and guess what, he was I'm sorry, but I have to tell this like for an example. He has an interview like online. He got a call that if he's ready for interview, and yes, he was sleeping on the bed, like literally. And then he was like, yes, I'm ready, because he need a job and he wants to face the interview. So what happened is he washes, I don't think he washed face either, but he literally like put on a shirt, like a white shirt, and of course he just woke up. He literally turned on the camera and started video calling. The first questions that the interviewer asked him was, tell me about grooming, because he was literally messed up. Like, his hair been like going up here, like zigzag, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why they literally asked the questions about grooming. And guess what? He wasn't expecting that. He's very smart. He has really good communication skills as well. But in that point of time, he was literally was not ready, because he just woke up. That's the whole point. You know, you need to be ready mentally. You need to make sure grooming is important. Like, I have to talk about like your hair, your uniform, your makeup, whatever, everything that is included. One more thing: if you are doing in Zoom or video calling, like I've mentioned before, you need to make sure you charge your laptop or your phone fully. Also, avoid from any noise, just like from any distraction. That means, and of course, proper angle. That way, there's no disturbance, nothing, and it's gonna be more smooth. And yes, punctuality is very important. Like I mentioned, my cousin, he was just woke up for interview. There's no punctuality at all, right? So that's one example for you guys as well. And yes, be confident and stay relaxed. Let me tell you, everybody get nervous when it comes to interview. Even the officers, like who have a very strong personality, they even also got nervous. Just relax, stay confident, and that's it. One more thing that you need to know: when your interview has started, you need to make sure that active listening is very important. You need to listen to what the interviewer is talking, what questions that he or she is asking to you. If you don't have that active listening, you won't like understand what he or she was saying, right? At the same time, you're not gonna give a proper answer or correct answer. Getting the point and giving the answer, that is important. Like I've said before, I might be saying a basic questions right now. However, nobody assured that what type of questions the interview will be asking, like what type of question will make you hire the job. But if I have to choose some questions like which they normally ask, which I have encountered, and I can just briefly, share something like, why do you want to join a cruise line? What could be your answer? There are people, I have came across like few people saying like, oh, my friends, I don't know where the hell they get those kind of questions and answer even, which is funny actually. They said, oh, I love sea, it looks nice, I love traveling, or my friends are working there and I saw their Instagram post and it looks amazing, the place, oh my gosh. No way, don't say that. Instead, you can give a priority to the company from your contributions and also explain that you are committed to progressing in the company. That's it, simple as that. If they ask like, where do you see yourself in 5 years or maybe in 10 years, the common mistake where people like usually answer in these questions is like, oh, I want to work and I want to promote a bigger position, blah blah blah. They already knew that if you get an opportunity, you will be promoted. However, before you get the job, you cannot mention all those stuff at first. But what you need to mention is like, I want to work on understand my role and becoming an expert in my job. Or maybe next steps would be, I want to take on more responsibilities and I believe my job will like allow me to excel the point that I can seek better opportunities in this company, which I see it's a perfect fit where you can show some confidence, yourself, and also to develop my expertise and contribute to the company's future, as I'm really passionate about this industry. Maybe you can say that. Leaving an impression to and show that you are enthusiastic, that you really want to work for the company, because they are looking for employee who really want to work for them, right? Just put yourself in their shoes. If you're looking for any employees, for sure you're going to look for the person who are willing to work for your company, right? You're not going to go for people who's just like unbothered, right? They were like, oh, I don't give a damn, I just need money. No, you're not going to like those kind of employee for sure. So, that's how you need to show them like how enthusiastic you are. Like I've mentioned before, that everybody gets nervous in the interview. The truth is, even if you're nervous, if you did your interview well and shows that you are really enthusiastic, I think I've mentioned a lot about enthusiastic here, but I think it's necessary, right? So if you shows that you're really enthusiastic about the company, about your job, and that will sway them to give you the job, and you got the job. Boom. Okay, so make sure you know about the company and the job that you are applying for. You have to go prepare yourself mentally, physically, and there you are. You got a job. And if they ask you like, what are your strengths or weaknesses? Some people like being too open-minded or too honest. My weakness will be, I wake up late. I'm kind of lazy, but in terms of job, I do it. No, don't say that. Of course, sometimes you can lie at the same time, but make sure it's something that it's logic, right? So like when they say like your strength or maybe your weakness, my weakness would be, I think, attention to the details, I guess. Something like that. You can find it maybe in a way like a kind of cute stuff like that. Well, they will sure like, okay, that sounds great. Like what is your strength? Your strength, like I don't know. Maybe for me, if they ask me what are my strengths, I think I would definitely say, or reliability, I guess. Or people say I'm punctual, I never get late, which is logical, right? It sounds nice as well to hear it, right? It doesn't sound like you were lying or your makeup story, stuff like that. So reliability, maybe attention to details, punctuality, stuff like that. If you're working in the hotel industry, they will for sure they're gonna ask you some questions like what are your long-term goal, or maybe why should we hire you? Why should I hire you? Why should the company hire you? you should know about them, right? You can be like, oh, I'm a self-motivated, like you have said, I'm reliability activated. Did I mention that? I think I did. Okay. And maybe like tell me about the time when you resolve exceptional customer services. You are in the customer services, so for sure they're gonna ask such questions, and you need to get ready all those answers for that. Like I've said, like something that makes sense, and it doesn't have to be a very perfect English and stuff like just something maybe basic English, but something that they can understand, something that makes sense to the questions. If like they think that your interview is going well, and they can come to the conclusion like, how do you feel about sharing your cabin with unknown people? You'll be like, hell no, I sleep alone in my room. I never sleep with anybody in my entire life. Come on, don't say that. You need to make sure that you are willing to do, for any challenges that comes, that you are ready to face. You have to show that willingness. They ask us questions just to figure it out whether you are the right fit or not. So you can say, yes, obviously, I'm ready for it. This is my time. You can say like that very comfortably, very relaxed, like I've mentioned before. Then that's it. And I would also like to add something very specific that you should never do is like, do not talk over the interview. While the interviewer talking, you cannot just cut it off. You know what I mean? And do not discuss about the pay within the discussion. Like, how much are you going to pay for me? Like, that is very unprofessional. Of course, you have to talk that as well later, not during this discussions. You can talk, but unless they're bringing up, that should come at the end of the interview normally. And also, do not speak poorly about your previous job if you have experience, or like your colleagues. Maybe there was something like some challenges that you have faced before, and how did you resolve it, stuff like that. Then you don't start up the story with your colleagues that was mean to you, your manager, your stuff. You don't have to bring about such stuff, because your interviewer doesn't need to know anything about such. It's not necessary. And also, one more thing is like, this is very important as well. We are not used to those like being formal. Whenever we start talking with the people formally, what we do is like we used to speak out some like a jargon language, like a bad words. I mean, in a sense, like maybe it can be a reaction or stuff like, you're like, what the heck? Up, stuff like that. Or of course, I didn't say that you are doing it like intentionally, but accidentally we are like, we just came out from our mouth like, oh my friend, oops, sorry, my darling, babe, or like my friend, oh shit. You have to avoid all those jargon language, which is very important. It might be very normal for you, but during the interview, you need to be very mindful about it. And like I have mentioned before as well, something that you should never ask. I mean, if I'm hired, which country are you going to take? Which like ship are you going to assign to me? Don't ask such questions unless they bring up, like I have said. All right, last but not the least, something that you should ask by the end of your interview, when the interview asks you, like, do you have any questions for me? Yes, of course. That is the time that you need to take the opportunity, and you need to ask about your salary, the benefits, your medical insurance, your flights, your visas, your STCW training. Like, we need money for all those, documentations, So you need to ask them if you're going to pay or I should pay, right? Because there are conditions, right? So if they're going to pay for me, well and good. But if you are going to pay by yourself for all these documentations, then you need to ask them whether you're going to get reimbursed or it's going to be from your own side. That is the question you need to ask. And that is the right time you need to ask all those questions. When you ask the questions, it shows your commitment to the role, to the job. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. And I hope it's going to be helpful to you. Please share to your colleagues, your friends, your families, your daughters, your brother, and all. And let them get the job. Let them earn a good money, a lot of money to help your family. Once you leave the country, it's going to worth it. I'm telling you. You're not going to regret at all. right? So I want to encourage everyone who are willing to work in cruise line to not hesitate to look for the job. Nobody's going to help you. You yourself have to find a job as well. So if you're really interested, go for it. And if you have any questions, like regarding your job, how to do some guidelines, just text me on Instagram. I will be available. And this is the right time. I mean, this season is the right time where I am at home that I can send you message as quickly as possible because it's 24/7, like internet is free here at home. So yeah, I'm so very happy to help you if you reach me out, okay? That's going to be my really, really honest like encouragement to you. And once again, thank you so much. You have a wonderful time. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Until then, bye.